Hello, Butterfly. Welcome to Butterfly Dreams. I am Stephanie, and it's been a very long minute. I am so excited to be back here saying hello to you. First and foremost, I apologize for the crappy lighting. I am crafting at night because I keep trying to wait for the right moment and I want to do it in daylight, and just life happens. And this is really the only time I get to craft. Also, you might hear my kid in the background, so just an FYI, but this is real life scenarios. So I wanted to share with you today just different crafty projects that I've been working on, and I've been so inspired by a YouTuber here. The channel is Beth. I actually made this mat. You should follow me on Instagram because I tend to post things there prior to posting them on YouTube, just because it's easier than, you know, uploading a video and whatnot. But anyways, this mat is so freaking cool. There's also a tutorial by Beth where she showed how to create this magnificent mat. A lot of you are going to really like this for your crafty space. I'm going to be very chatty today. No apologies for that because I haven't talked to you in such a long time. And I've missed you. I kind of want to do just a crafty sesh with you of just random little projects that I've been wanting to work on. So first and foremost, let's work on these. These are just some arrows, as you can clearly see, that I had these in my stash for a long time actually. And I was going through my stash and I was trying to get rid of stuff. And I thought, hey, I can make some festive little signs with these. So I went ahead and created some words on my Cricut, and as you can see, this one's gonna say total baddie, just to play on words there. I love puns and different plays on words, especially around this time of year. There's so many like really cute things. And while I am chatting with you, I'm actually gonna weed this. I tried to do everything, like I tried to do as much as I could prior to making this video, just so that it's not super extensively long. I've fallen back in love with my Cricut. I mean, I've loved it from the very beginning, but I've been seeing so many cool crafty projects online on Instagram, and I'm not sure if you guys know this about me, but I don't love the traditional Halloween colors or the traditional fall colors. If I can use pastels and bright colors in any decor, then that's me. So now that Pasteloween has become a thing, and pink Christmas is a thing, I love it so much. So I've been making little projects here and there. Oh my god, did I just take the D from here? No, I did. I totally did. All right. It's there. I wasn't careful enough. I'm gonna try and just save it. This is real life crafting here, guys, and I'm very rusty because I haven't filmed a video in such a freaking long time that I'm very rusty. So bear with me. See, I got overzealous. I'm so excited to be filming this video. I try to set everything up so that everything can go smoothly, and then of course as soon as I start crafting, everything goes haywire. I don't want to have to reprint, like remake this, but it seems like I'm gonna have to. I completely messed this letter D up, like completely, but I'm gonna fly with it because I'm too dang lazy to actually go and make this whole thing with my Cricut. So it's just gonna have to look jaggedy, which is okay because it's not that serious, right? It's not that serious. I've spoken about this, but as I'm crafting, I try to give myself grace because I remember I would avoid doing projects because I get anxiety over the thought that I was going to mess up or it wasn't going to be up to my standards because I have unhealthy expectations of my own self. But it's a little nuts sometimes how I avoid certain projects in fear of messing up. Hopefully it'll work. So basically this one's gonna go here, and then I'm sorry, I keep checking my watch because I didn't realize I could see my screen on my watch, which I think is such a cool thing. That way I can see what's happening in the camera up here without me having to stand up, which is what I usually do. So enough with the useless information that you did not care to know. I am going to go ahead and another thing that's kind of funny, I'm such a terrible YouTuber. I mean, I say this kiddingly, no, but really. I have a ring light and I have other lights and whatnot, and when I decide to film, I have no idea where they're at. I also get really lazy trying to figure out how to set them up, and then it gets really hot. And now that I live in Florida, guys, it gets hot in here. But I do have central AC, which is such a blessing. I love that feature in my home, but the sunroom where my craft room is right now, it doesn't have a vent, so I don't feel the cold air in here, so it gets hot quickly. I have, in case you want to know, I have this pouch that I got at the Dollar Tree filled with used transfer sheets, and quite frankly, I've had these for a while, which I can understand why they're not really aiding in my in the removal of this transfer of this vinyl. It's really bad. I really should get a new sheet. I want to say that most of the ones I have in that little pouch, dare I say, I've had for like over a year, probably. It's just that these vinyls and transfers and all the things quickly add up. Like, so I'm as frugal as possible with these things. And I'm gonna use these signs and the space that I have where I put all of my Pasteloween pumpkins and decor, and I'm just gonna include this somehow. I'm probably gonna add a dowel to the back so it can stand up on its own. And I am gonna get rid of this transfer sheet because it's so bad. Although, since this is a cardboard piece, this arrow is cardboard, I might want to still use this so it doesn't rip up the cardboard, if it makes any sense. Oh, I like how that looks. I like how that looks. And if you don't know me, I am not simple, to say the least. More is more for me. So I have these bats from Dollar Tree that I got last year, and I'm gonna add these, of course. And I love that I brought these lavender ones, and you can tell that it has some glitter. Hopefully you can tell that it has some glitter. It's like glitter foam or something like that. I'm just gonna add a couple more because I felt like needed some on the ends of this arrow, if you will. And it also gives it extra layers of dimension as well. I was trying to figure out if bats fly synchronized, like would they be flying all scattered like this? Probably not, right? But guess it doesn't matter, right? I mean, I guess that's good. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. But I'm gonna put it to the side because also sometimes it just takes me so long to make decisions about certain projects, and I waste so much time just on one simple project. So I think this is good. I think this is it. So let's work on the next one. And this one says, "You've been ghosted." I saw this on a pumpkin and I thought it was so funny. Because the day and age that we live, this is a thing. I've only recently come to figure out this whole ghosting thing, and I've never quite understood it until I had to do it. And then I'm like, oh, I see why people do it. Sometimes you meet someone and you just don't click and you don't know how to really verbalize it, and you're just like, I'm just not gonna answer anymore. And then there's that. So yeah, Miami has been amazing. I decided to kind of step away from all the things because I was really seriously suffering from burnout, especially after the move. I even closed my shop. I'm planning to reopen it by the middle of this month. I'm just trying to work on inventory because that's also very important. So I just stepped away from everything, you know, like I just felt like I needed a minute to breathe. And after the move here, during the pandemic and like the height of the pandemic here in the US, it was just so much, and I was trying to get acclimated, and I was also trying to get everything in order, and it was just like so much that I was trying to juggle, and I felt like I was gonna lose my sugar honey iced tea, if you know what I mean, because it was just too much happening all at once, and I felt bombarded. And I tend to feel overwhelmed pretty quickly with things, but I mean, when you're a single mom trying to manage a home on your own and trying to run a business, I felt like I needed a minute. Like I need a minute. So that's exactly what I did, and I don't regret it one bit. I feel like it was so necessary. So now, of course, like I'm getting back into the swing of things. I've been feeling more crafty. I've been wanting to be in my craft room, and I've been eager to make things and to share things with you. And that's exactly what this break was all about. I have these wood shapes from Dollar Tree from last year that I painted with my kids, and I thought this was so appropriate for this sign right here specifically. I also have these stickers also from Dollar Tree. These are ghosts right here, and they have a mouth and eyes, but I don't know if I want to use these. I kind of like the idea of using this because it goes with the whole Pasteloween theme. I also have this one here. I think I'm going to use this one because it really goes with the pumpkins that I have out there. And I might even add one of these boo signs. Oh, I think that's cute. Yeah, that's really cute. That's what we're gonna do. Look at me making decisions quickly and efficiently. Who am I? All right, I have my glue gun here, and it's this Lin Lily glue gun by Surebonder. And honestly, I haven't really used it that much because, well, first and foremost, when I initially got it, I was having a hard time using it. Like, I don't know why that's happening here. Like, it's getting stuck for some reason. When I initially got it, I wanted to just leave it in my room for decor because I have other glue guns, and you know you're a crafter when you have more than one glue gun, like, you know. But see, it's not working properly. I don't know what I'm doing. I had it on the charging dock and the light was red, and now for some reason it's just not moving along. I don't know if mine is just faulty or what, but this is the problem I've been having. And I'm kind of sad because I really like the glue gun and I want it to work. I mean, and I like that it has this fine tip, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to figure it out, or I'm gonna have to contact customer service to see if there's anything they can do to help me. That's a bummer. Well, there's that. I have to use my other glue gun. I'll put this aside and we'll come back to it. Also, can I share with you this amazing little alcohol bottle? Pasteloween has something similar. I actually had done something very similar to this with other little bottles. I'm gonna show you. I got a bunch of these bottles from Amazon, and I got these last year with the whole pandemic and sanitizer, and I just put regular old 70% alcohol in here, and then I decided that I was gonna put Dawn and Shout in it, because like if you ever spill anything on you, I'm just carrying a little bit of Dawn with water. It's such an amazing little hack. So I'll show you here. I have this one that I wrote Dawn on with, I didn't write, I cut a vinyl with my Cricut and it says Dawn, and it's a holographic vinyl. So I had done this with alcohol and with Shout, like I mentioned, and I thought it was just so cute. But then Pasteloween had one on her channel with the letters sort of like this, like that Ray Dunn inspired look, and I was like, oh, I think I want one. I had this little bottle, and this is a crystal little jar. Then I added this sprayer, and I thought it was just perfect for my craft room. So I'll just have this here for whenever I'm working on little vinyls or what have you. So cute, right? So that was another thing inspired by her. And another thing, she did some cord holders on her channel, and I've been wanting to do something like that. I just wasn't sure how, and she gave me the idea of exactly how I wanted to make it. So cord holders are it's one of those things you don't realize you need it until you're stuck in the position where you're like, what do I do with this dang cord? Like, for example, for your chargers, your many chargers, for things in your craft room where you maybe don't use often, like your glue guns and things like that, and that you need to neatly put them away. This is such a great idea. So her cord holders are a little bit different. I just used the inspiration to make my own version, and I cut these out of this vinyl that comes on a roll from Hobby Lobby, like this, and it's very thin, and it has this sort of felt back, and they usually go on sale for about $2.50. I haven't been in the craft stores in a very long time because I've been really just wanting to use my stash. Like, I don't want to accumulate things and not use them, so I've been trying very hard to just use my things. And so I had this in my stash for a while, and I decided that I would use it, and lo and behold, the Cricut cuts through this fabric. I have the Cricut Explorer Air 2, and it cut very nicely through this material. And I think in her tutorial she used snaps, but I didn't want to go out and buy more things. So I remember I have these fasteners, just these little Velcro dots from Dollar Tree, and I thought they might work, and they do, because I already made a couple of them. And so I'm just going to show you. And what I did for this, which was very, 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 very basic in Cricut Design Space, I took a square and I made it into a rectangle, and then I took hearts and fused it to the rectangle. And then you can make it as long or as short as you want. I kind of eyeballed it. I wasn't really sure how long I would need it, but obviously if it's a thicker cord, then you would want to make it a little bit longer. I recommend that you play it with the length and see what works best for you. I also like these for the kitchen because sometimes there's certain appliances that I don't use all the time, and that the cord is just very obnoxiously long, or I don't need the cord to be so long. Oh, I think this would be perfect also for your hair appliances. I think that's exactly what I'm going to use one of these for my blow dryer, because sometimes the cord is just so long and it's so close to my mirror that I don't need the cord to be that long, and it just gets in the way. So if you see what I did, I just used the fasteners. They come already with adhesive, so all you have to do is just stick it in place. And I usually, before applying it, I usually close it together so that I know that they're going to be precisely applied to the same, in the same place, if that makes sense. And then look, it stays so nicely on this material because the back is this like sort of felt material, so it really does adhere well to it. And here I want to show you just some that I've already made. Like this one was just a scrap and I just added the fastener, and now it's holding my measuring tape really neatly. So that's cool. Like you don't even have to use the Cricut if you don't have one. You can just cut the material to whatever shape you'd like. Maybe you can even try to make this into some sort of scallop edge or fancy decorative edge, but you don't have to. Cut, you know, a rectangular shape and then just add the fastener to it, and there you go. Like you don't even need to have the Cricut like I mentioned before. And then here's another one that I made. This one's longer, which is probably the one I'm going to use for my hair dryer since the cord is a lot thicker. And there's that. We can make this one here as well. Let's do it again. I find that the adhesive to these Velcro dots is pretty strong. I've used them in several projects and I find that they are really, really strong. So I definitely recommend it. And like I mentioned, you can find these at Dollar Tree. I love Dollar Tree for their craft section. I'm kind of disappointed that their prices are no longer going to be just $1. Like I used to really, really enjoy just going into Dollar Tree and just picking up whatever to my heart's content without really worrying about the price, because you don't have really any stores around that have that option. And I'm kind of sad about it, but I hope then that means that the stores are going to be very nicely stocked and very clean, maybe remodel them a little bit, maybe better quality items like in the 99-cent store. I don't personally have 99-cent store, not here or in New Jersey, but I see the stuff that people haul and it's just really amazing for their prices. So I'm hoping that it would be kind of like that, but I hope that their crafty items still stay $1. I really do, because you guys know how expensive this hobby gets. I wanted to show you how I would use it for my glue gun, for example. Like, let's see. I want to show you how. So this is my Lily glue gun, and the cord is super duper long. So we're gonna take the cord and just wrap it around like this. And then we would take our handy dandy cord holder and just do this, and it'll keep our cord together. So I think that's pretty dope. And you can also probably sell these or make these as gifts for your family and friends. There's that. On to our next project. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna check if my glue gun is ready yet. I think it is. So maybe we can go back to our initial project and just finish it. Okay, so I am going to attach this guy here. Yeah, I think it's perfect since what it says. And then the little boo sign. And I'm very new to Halloween crafting and fall crafting. Very new to it. I want to say I started last year. I think it was all inspired by that beautiful paper from Michaels. I think it's by Craftsmith. And it was that pastel. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, I think I have it here. Let me show you. This guy. What's it called? Pinkaboo. Yes, Pinkaboo, of course. And it was just like the most beautiful colors and pastels for Halloween and fall. I love this paper pad. I was hoping that more brands would jump on the bandwagon of Pasteloween. I really haven't seen anything else quite like that. No, it wasn't last year because last year I was moving around this time, so I didn't get to craft. It was the year before when I got that paper pack. But I really love it, and I've used this so much. And I keep the scraps because I just love it so much. So here it is. I think this looks darling. So then I'm gonna basically add a dowel, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. This is the idea I have, like something like this. I mean, I'm sure you've seen stuff like this. I'm really quite happy with how this turned out. So there's that. And I'm slowly building up my Pasteloween home decor stash. I try to make most of it myself because I find that even like Marshall, for just a basic pumpkin, you can pay so much. When me being crafty, I can, you know, make it for so much cheaper. I don't know. Does anybody else do that? Like, oh, I can make that. I can make that. All right, moving on to our next project. I have these brushes that I got at IKEA when I got this mat, and they were only 49 cents, and I love them because, oh my god, you know you're an adult when you say that you love a brush to clean. Like, really? Well, the reason why I got it, because first of all, I feel like they're so handy for just cleaning anywhere in your house, your bathrooms, your sinks. I specifically want one specifically for my dishes, and I don't want to confuse them, because, you know, the dishes is one thing and scrubbing your bathroom walls is another thing. So I made these little tiny vinyls that I can put on the handle, just so I know which one is which. There were different colors, but I did not want, like, they were not cute colors, not, at least not my aesthetic. So I decided to just keep it streamlined and make these little vinyls for it. Now I'll tell you this, the first time I made them with my Cricut machine, I guess I measured wrong. I am so horrible at measuring. I have always been like that. I'm like, literally, the ruler scares me. Yeah, rulers really scare me. I am not really good at measuring for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. They freak me out. Numbers just freak me out. So I had to remake it, but I ended up being able to actually figure it out after that one try, which was good. Because, you know, when you're making something crafty and you mess up a project, you kind of kick yourself in the butt. You're like, really, Steph? Really? So I am just gonna put this on here, and I believe the vinyl I'm using is the new Smart Vinyl by Cricut. And to my understanding, the Smart Vinyl only works without a mat in the new machines, because I mean, I don't know if I tried it in mine yet, but I think it's just for the new machines. I believe that if you have the older machines like I do, you still need to use a mat. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone knows, please tell us in the comments. Pretty sure I could find out on the internet, but I'm quite frankly too lazy. I do find that the backing for the smart vinyl, obviously it has to be a little harder for it to just move through the machine easily. It's definitely a lot harder to weed because it's so thick. But I really wanted to try it and see like if it's any different or what the quality is like. I also got some of that Oracal. I don't know how to say it, guys, but you know what I'm talking about. The Oracal 651, which is kind of like the one I've always heard people rave about. It's a really good, as one of the very good permanent vinyls. And, oh snap, I did it again, huh? Yeah, so holy moly. Guys, I'm nervous because this is not coming up as best as I'd like it to. And I know I'm shaking everything. But yeah, I got some of that at Michael's. And I'm lying, I said I haven't been to the craft stores, but I literally went to Michael's one day to just get that because it was on sale or something. And I was like, I need to try it. And I kind of skimmed through the store and I didn't really see anything that called my attention. I feel like the prices at Michael's are so overpriced, and that it's not fun anymore now that I don't get to use like that 50% off coupon on whatever I like. Like we were able to go through all the coupons, and then we were able to use the competitors coupons. And now that I can't do that, I just don't feel the warm fuzzies about Michael's at all. So yeah, that's my story with, and really any craft store. I find that I still haven't used AliExpress. I'm also intimidated by it and I get very overwhelmed. I admire how like all the crafty ladies can shop on there and wait so long. That's another thing. I don't want to wait a month to get my craft on, because by that point, for what, you know, I forget what project I want to work on, or, you know, because I need things now. If I'm inspired to do or make something, I want to be able to make it right away. So a lot of things that I've been getting actually have been on Amazon, and that's been working out for me. I've been making these bracelets and I love them. I want to add them to my shop. They're so fun and they add so much to a basic outfit. Like I love wearing these with just a white tee and jeans. I've also made mask chains and glasses chains with these. So yeah, that's where I've been getting my craft stuff. Oh wow, the HES kind of came out wonky, but I kind of like it. It's sort of like very handmade, and I'm okay with that. That's cute. I like. All right, now let's move on to the other one. And so this one's gonna be for my dishes, obviously, and then this one says scrub, so I'm gonna be able to use it in my bathroom or around my sinks, really anywhere that I need to scrub a dub. So let's, I hope this cooperates better, because these letters are so tiny. They look so cute though. Oh no, I'm having the same problem again. Ugh. Yeah, I guess another thing I'm learning is that the backing to that smart vinyl is really hard to weed. So whenever I'm gonna make small little words like this, it's best if I use like whatever else I have, because when it's a tiny project like this, it just becomes that much harder to weed. So now at least I know. I'm trying to get them as close as possible because the letters moved on me. This is like surgery. I think that's the best we're gonna do, and I'm okay with it. All right, now we're gonna, I feel like these are like knockoffs, already done. The font I use for this is the Skinny, and I found it on thefont.com. It's free for personal use, so if you want to download it and use it yourself, you can do that as well. You know, I've never, dare I say, I haven't really been a fan of all the redone things, but this little font here is really growing on me, and I find it kind of cute. I just don't see myself going out there being a collector of all the things like a lot of the crafty ladies that I follow. I can see why. I mean, it's a cute little font. It's cute, the words and everything. So there's that. I like it. It came out so nice. So now I'm gonna know what's what. And I wouldn't have to worry about cross-contamination and whatnot. So that's that project. Oh, quickly, let me share with you this little jar that I added some vinyls to that I was playing with, some designs. And it says Basic Witch. This is a spaghetti jar, I believe, and I cleaned it really nicely. Also, I'm going to share a quick hack. Somebody mentioned that if you use orange essential oil on a cotton, that you can easily remove the residue, like sticker residue, and it works like a charm. And I use that on a lot of like these types of jars and things, and it works. I made this vinyl, like the design and everything, and then I made these words, Basic Witch, pumpkin spice. It's kind of like a play on the Starbucks logo, but I don't know, I wasn't thrilled with the design. I think I need to work on it a little more, but I guess it'll have to be something for next year, because I was looking for the jars from Dollar Tree and I couldn't find any. So I guess I'll have to rethink this idea and work on it for next year. But how cute is this? I love it. Okay, so I think this is the last project that we're gonna work on. I cut out some letters to say the witch is in that I want to include on by my console, like at the top of my console, and then I added this yarn. I already started to string some along just so that this process wouldn't take so long. So it says the witch is in. The witch is in. The witch, I'm trying to figure out if this is correct. The witch is in. Okay. Yeah, so I think I want to add like one on top of the other, so I am going to go ahead and cut this one already. I'm going to leave quite a bit because I don't know how it's going to hang once I try to put it on the wall. Yeah, and this is just some yarn that I've had here for a while actually, and I decided to just use it because we are going to use our stash. So let's see, okay, I'm gonna add some tape to the end just so that it's pointy. I was initially gonna cut out like some triangular banners and then paste the letters on here, but I thought to myself, Steph, why do you always try to complicate things so much? Like, just freaking leave it as it is and make some little holes in the corners with my hole punch, and that's it. And like I mentioned, this is the sort of stuff that holds me back from crafting when I overthink my projects. And then I'm like, wait, that's gonna take time, and I have to do such and such, and I have to do this and that. Like, why don't I just do it as basic as possible and enjoy the process, which is really why I love to craft and I love art. It's just the process. So yeah, this is it. Enjoy the process. I really like this yarn. I love it, and I love that it's pastel colors to go with my Pasteloween theme. I did notice that I didn't appropriately size all my letters on my excuse me, all my letters on Cricut Design Space. Like I realized that some of them were like bigger or smaller, and I don't know, honestly. Sometimes just things don't make sense when I when I decide to make it and it just doesn't work out like I had envisioned. I don't know, I just don't get it, but I'm like, all right, we're gonna go with it. Like, for example, this H is skinnier and then this one's wider, yet I made all the words the same width. But I'm sure there's a logical explanation. My mind at the moment just can't seem to figure it out. And also Mercury is in retrograde and I'm blaming everything on that. I just feel like I'm lagging. Like my mind is just lagging. My brain is glitching so much these days. And I try not to focus too much on that because I feel like the more power I give it, the more like I manifest things. But honestly, like it's been unavoidable. Just things seem to just not be working properly and not functioning. So I'm hoping this video goes up without a hitch before Halloween comes around or something. I don't know. So now this eye, I don't know, it's a little wonky and I have to figure out how to get it to stay on my wall. But basically, this is what it's gonna say. It's gonna be like this on my wall, and I'm gonna hang it up and get a picture for you to see how it ends up looking on my wall, because that's important, right? So yeah, there's that. And then it's gonna say the witch is in right there. Let's move this to the side. So this pumpkin was a green sort of velvet pumpkin from Dollar Tree that I got last year. And since I was changing up the colors on everything, I used fabric medium and I painted this with acrylic paint. And I'm not sure if I like the paint job on this, and I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna fuss with it anymore. Like I had initially thought that I was gonna put a bunch of little pearls on it, and then I was like, do I really want to do that? Then I took out these patches from my stash and I thought, oh, maybe I can put some eyelashes and a mouth. That would be cute, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. Then I have this flamingo, and I thought it was so appropriate because now that I live in the Sunshine State, I just think flamingos represent that very well. So I wanted to do that, but then I'm still not sure. And then I'm looking over here to the side at these foam stickers, and I'm thinking maybe we can add the ghosts to this and maybe it'll work. I'm not sure if it'll stick to this material, to be quite honest. I don't know, we can try it. Let's try it. I also don't want to add hot glue to this because I think I might want to change it eventually when like a real idea comes to my mind. I've had this pumpkin just sitting in my living room since I painted it for like the past 2 weeks. And I haven't been able to figure out what exactly I want to do to it. So, you know, till the idea comes, this is going to have to be it. Oh my, this eyeball is just not wanting to come out. I guess it's one of those that wasn't cut very well. So let's see. Will this work? Like even just a couple of little ghosties like this, just to give it a little pizzazz and interest. I think that that'll work actually. I don't mind it too much. So I'm just gonna add a couple more of them. I just wish I didn't have to fuss with the eyeballs. My son is very quiet right now, which is very sus, and I'm a tad bit worried. He's 7 now. I think he knows he's supposed to go to bed, and he's trying not to make noise so I don't send him to bed. So yeah, he thinks he's slick. Okay. Yeah, I do like this, and they're staying on pretty well. I want to say this foam sticker is very strong. This little stem wants to pop off. Like me, I want to pop off. Oh, Steph, you're not funny. All right, let's do more. This video is going to be long, which I'm happy at the same time about, because at the beginning I used to do really long videos on my Crafty channel, but that's because I didn't know a diddly squat about editing or, you know, what have you. Not that I'm an editing expert now, but at least I know how to do a thing or two. Oh boy. Oh my god, this guy might need surgery after the way I stabbed his eye out. It's looking pretty cute. This texture of this pumpkin, especially after adding the paint and the fabric medium, is pretty rough and tough right now. So I'm really surprised that this is actually sticking to it. Pleasantly surprised. And I'm just gonna finish adding all of these, and I'm not gonna bore you to death with this process, but you get my gist, and cute idea, you know. By the way, Dollar Tree is already, we're like what, October 11th? Today's October 11th. Not sure when the video will go up, but as of now, it's October 11th, and Dollar Tree is already putting out their Christmas decor. Just like most stores are, but it's just like, can you give me a break? Just when I started getting into like the holiday crafting as the holiday nears, I feel like I'm rushing to get into the other holiday. It's kind of annoying, to be quite frank. Oh, that's so cute. Oh man, I really like that. I really like that. I do. Go figure. And I thought this up as I was looking over at my stuff. See, sometimes you just have to go with it and not overthink it. I really like it. What do you think? Yay or nay? So yeah, that's it for my crafty projects. I am so glad that you are here. Let me know what was your favorite project in this whole video. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, fly free. Bye.